your system. This is another great hepatitis C exercise that I got feedback from one of the students as for being careful about this exercise because of flare-ups, because it's really going to massage the internal organs depending on the extremity of the movements as for how far people tend to move, and he tended to have taken this one a little too far. He was the kind of person that would go for the gusto, and he went for the gusto, and he said, oh, he was humbled. He was humbled. He got the flare-up. He got the headaches. He experienced the fatigue. But after that experience, he realized he needed to be more careful about the way he was doing this exercise. Yes, you know this exercise. Okay. Non-traditionally, I call this delivering the pizza. Yeah. If they had pizza in China in the old days, I don't know. They do now. They do now, Mr. Pizza. I stand again in the wide stance to get a sense of the ground, that I'm closer to the ground again, through my feet, through my legs. I place my hand, both hands, palms up and touching the sides of my body here. Now, as I turn from the waist, whichever direction I turn, let's say I'm turning to the left, my right hand is going to come across. Now, as if you're going up a spiral staircase and you're holding a pizza in your hand, you're delivering a pizza upstairs to the penthouse. And you collect your tip and you come down the spiral staircase. Try not to spill any of the pizza, okay? Now, traditionally, they'll stop right here. I like to come across and then alternate hands. As my left hand, your right hand comes across, you go up the spiral staircase, holding the pizza in your palm, trying not to spill the cheese or the tomato sauce, and come on down. Especially at this point, then I come across the belly. A lot of people don't do this one. I come across the belly, work my way up the staircase, inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. As slow as we're going right now, breathe naturally, but if we start speeding up, it's basically inhale on the way up, and you can hold your breath up at the penthouse, and then exhale when you're on your way down. After you get an idea of what this looks like, then again you focus on the hand that's in motion with your eyes, helping to improve concentration. And that's not just concentration of the mind, it's concentration of the energy, the Qi. Come across the body. Now I'm going to start shifting my body weight. Like I'm reaching over here, I'm shifting my body weight to my left side, to my right side, and to my left side. So this is where I'm working the leg muscles now, working the leg joints. So the movement is becoming a little larger. Whole body, as we're doing this, if you feel the slightest bit of a disturbing feeling in your liver, it's time to stop or make the movement smaller. If you go home and you forget the direction of where the hands should go, I use my thumb as a reference. As my hand comes across the belly, take a look at where my thumb is. It's kind of like hitchhiking. The thumb is leading. This is one way to help you to remember what direction to go. The liver in Chinese medicine relates to the joints and tendons of the body. So if you can sense right now how many joints and tendons are involved in this exercise, how many organs can you feel within your body and glands are actually getting that internal massage. So again, when you're focusing on all these things, it's difficult to focus on the disturbing thoughts and feelings. Just one more reminder, breathe, oxygenate the blood, also relieve the body of toxicity. And please do feel free to stop at any time. Do not feel obligated to continue just because I'm continuing or the rest of the class is continuing. If your body says, okay, I'm tired of this, or I just don't like this move, please stop. Don't feel obligated to continue. Okay, let's bring this to a stop right now. Remember, the computer tends to drain a lot of liver qi, taxes the liver. So if you are working at the computer a lot, do take those breaks. Massage the liver. The eyes are related to the liver too. You ever notice that when you work at the computer so long, you look away and you're blind. You can't see. Everything's blurry. It's also because the liver qi is getting tired. The liver is just getting tired from all this cerebral concentration. So another thing I shared with people working with the computers is while you're sitting at the terminal, is change the depth of field, the range of focus with your eyes. As if it's stationary, the eye muscles go stagnant, or they spasm. And this is where you actually challenge your vision. If you want to improve your vision, that's not the way to do it. So what I do is I usually, if I'm reading email or reading any text, I change the range I change the depth of field, by shifting forward and back in my seat. Shifting forward and back, and then side to side. Side to side, side to side, forward and back to the point where I do a combination and I do a spiraling or rotation. This way, the depth of field is gradually changing. This way, your body is not creating stagnating qi. Stagnating qi. This is also where the liver qi tends to rise up in the shoulder, up into the neck, and you start to get the tight neck and the tight shoulder to the point of headaches, or eye strain, and the eyes are getting dry, let alone your depth of field. The range of focus is very limited. So that's why you're doing this, to increase blood circulation and to get the spine to pump spinal fluid up into the brain, and to increase flexibility. If you're just static with your body, the qi again is not going to be happy. You're going to have a difficult time with whatever you're working on, whatever project. You won't be able to concentrate as well. It's a struggle. So to refresh that struggling approach is to relieve that struggling by doing a rotation, or simply forward and back and forward and back. And I wouldn't be doing this rapidly unless you just might get a whiplash. About that, new term, computer whiplash. I got whiplash at my computer. So, in the morning, if you get up early in the morning is usually one of the best times to practice Qigong for a beginner. You get more advanced, and you get strategic times throughout the day to focus on the yin and the yang kinds of energies. I don't want to get into that because we don't have enough time, but it's just a fascinating subject. We should do maybe a serious class about that, give ourselves some time to get introduced to all the opportunities that Qigong has to offer in terms of your healing hepatitis C, or just giving it some more support from this perspective. Morning's a good time to do it. Sometimes when you do it in the evening, some people get the qi going and they get stimulated and then they can't sleep. It's not with everybody, because for me, I can do qigong in the evening. I have no problems going to sleep because it calms me down. And I know how to get the Qi to be relatively calm. The Qi, talking about the mind and the body. Because when the mind is busy, that's where you can't sleep.